Ancient Greek Spartans are some of humanity's most celebrated and legendary warriors that have ever walked the earth. Bungie knew this and used the Spartans' legacy to build our beloved Halo Spartans. These Spartans, more specifically the Spartan IIs, have become icons of the entertainment world. You gotta type in Spartan on Google and you will get the Greek type and the UNSC lovely giant death machines. These made-up super soldiers have completely brought themselves into the real world, and at this point are almost as real as the ancient Greeks of over 2,000 years ago. Crazy to imagine, isn't it? Here comes the pressing concern though. Has 343's Spartan IVs carried on this legacy, or have they tarnished the Spartan name? Let's break it down. Spartans have gone through hell and worse. They are the epitome of knowing nothing but war, and those of them that remain are commonly thought of as ghosts more than actual living beings. Without them, humanity would have lost the war with the Covenant, and the Halo universe as we know it would be much different than where it is now. Spartan IIs aren't just simple soldiers fighting for the cause, they are brainwashed, tortured, enhanced, and forced to complete the mission, whatever it takes. They are warriors, gods, demons, machines, but most importantly at their core, still humans. They still have their own individual consciousness, but what remains is the shell of what they really would have been if they weren't kidnapped and forced into the Spartan program. As tragic as it is, all of this puts together a pretty awesome set of iconic characters, and when you throw them into badass armor, super strength and speed, and the mind power to process almost anything at hand, you can see why Spartan IIs are best of the best in both the Halo universe and within the Halo community. When the Spartan IIs began to dwindle in numbers, the UNSC and ONI thought it would be a good idea to wise up and start a new Spartan program, thus starting the Spartan III program. These new heroes had a path near of the Spartan IIs, but at the same time there were some major differences. First off, they weren't kidnapped, as each child was asked if they wanted to get back at the alien scum who destroyed and killed their families and homes. Most of these very young children were so full of hatred and anger that they took the deal with little hesitation. They were trained and augmented just like the Spartan IIs, but at a lesser extent for economic reasons. What they did have more than the Spartan IIs was numbers. There were hundreds of these quote lesser Spartans ready for battle at any time. While in hindsight it looked like the Spartan III program was much more successful than the Spartan II one, with the idea of a lot more Spartans being on the battlefield, this wasn't quite a good thing, at least for the Spartans themselves. You see, Spartan IIIs were often sent on suicidal missions where more than likely they weren't coming back. Their extra numbers made them somewhat expandable to the cause. If a group of 10 Spartan IIIs could wipe out 10,000 Covenant troops, but it would be more than likely lead to their death, then the bigwigs at ONI and the UNSC wouldn't really think twice about their sacrifice and take it. The Spartan IIIs are probably the least talked about Spartans in lore, but they never stopped them from winning over the fans. They were still, in the end, class act warriors, and Spartans nonetheless. The ways of the old Spartans are officially over now. Gone is the iconic personification of what the Spartans were. When the Spartan IVs came into the scene, the epic similarities between ancient Spartans and our Halo Spartans dissolved away, and seemingly all ties between the two were cut. Now, the Spartans were nothing more than augmented soldiers that chose to become Spartans, yet they are badasses in their own right, many of them being ODSTs or high-ranking members of ONI, but they still don't even compare to the greatness of the previous Spartan programs. As twisted as it sounds, there is something about having young children go through all these dangerous challenges and augmentations to become soldiers that makes it all seem so much more emotional and tragic. The attitudes and emotions of the Spartan IVs are just not the same as the originals, which, paradoxically, they actually seemed a lot more numbed down and dead inside, whereas the Spartan IVs seem a lot more alive, but at the same time doesn't really fit with the Spartans themselves. And by the way, all this is due to them just being adults when they were transformed into Spartans and not them being kids and having to grow up with the harsh reality of what it means to be a Spartan. So I think many of us, if we give it an honest look in hindsight, we can see where 343 wanted to take the story. Perhaps they had good concept, great concept, but maybe poor execution, with making Chief and the other Spartan IIs feel like outdated and no longer needed heroes by introducing Spartan IVs, like Fireteam Osiris and Agent Locke. And I like the idea, I really do, but was it a truly good thing, or at least the way that they executed it? Do you ever hear anyone talk about how epic or badass the Spartan IVs are? I'm sure some people are, but compared to the excitement and hype about all the other big heroes in Halo, compared to Fireteam Osiris, which is kind of funny and ironic because they have probably one of the most epic and badass scenes of them destroying the Covenant and Prometheans at the same time in the opening cutscene of Halo 5, they don't really get a whole lot of praise for their badassness. Are they really badass to Halo fans is the question. And I would say no, not really, no. Do the Spartan IVs bring anything worthy to the Spartan name? Myself, and I think many others, would say, to use an example of how the Spartan IVs fit into the Spartan legacy, probably say that they are kind of like the Rex system. Are they cool? Sure. Maybe good concept? Sure. But do you really think or need or want them at all? Or do you think it was executed very poorly? Probably so. And I think many of us can agree on this, but if not, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. I want to hear what you guys think about the Spartan IVs. I haven't seen a whole lot of comments recently regarding the Spartans themselves, like Master Chief or Agent Locke, and I would like to reopen that discussion with you guys. So if you have anything to mention about this subject, anything I said or anything I didn't say, be sure to bring it up in the comment section down below, guys. Also, big round of applause to Jacob, who wrote a lot of this. He is an awesome writer. I'm so happy he's on the team. And yeah, anyways, guys, drop this video a like if you ended up enjoying, and only if you did. Don't like it if you didn't enjoy. In fact, dislike it so we know what you like and didn't like. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, I am so thankful I have you guys here on Halo Follower. I've just been thinking about how grateful I should have been for, you know, just throughout this year, and it's been an insane time, and I just want to say thank you to every single individual who has watched our videos ever. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys. Later.